Hello, this is your astrologer Kira with a special edition of this week's video. Having in mind that the planet Saturn is entering into the sign of Capricorn, followed by many other celestial bodies, I had to make this video clarifying the meaning of the planets in the sign of Capricorn. So, what does this all mean? Well, people always put all of their hopes and dreams into the planet Jupiter, like Jupiter will bring them happiness and joy and profits and so on. No, 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 no. Jupiter belongs to spiritual category, and yes, Jupiter can bring you great insights, ideas, lucidity, ability to react quick, to be at the right place in the right time, and so on. But the planet ruling assets, properties, monetary issues, and so on is Saturn. And finally, after so many years, I think it's 24, 25, Saturn needs around almost 30 years to circle the zodiac, 28 and a half, and so on. And this depends on his um, the road he makes around the sun, and this depends on many other things, astronomically speaking. However, when it comes to astrology, Saturn in the sign of Capricorn is in its perfect position because now we are going to witness many changes which include structure. We can expect those changes in the fields of quantum medicine, mathematics, physics, science in general, but also in many other fields like constructions, real estate markets, trading platforms, marketplaces, and so on. We will see the complete turnaround of our trading system as it's happening right now. Due to cryptocurrencies, we will start trading energy. There could be some changes involving mining technology, agriculture, innovations, especially innovations when it comes to organic farming and so on. People who deal with science, who are researchers, we'll find out some new things about minerals, crystals, electricity, powering, and so on in those things. I have to tell you that Saturn also governs mineralogy, petrology, all those sciences, including mining. And Capricorn, as you can see it, I'm wearing the earrings which represent the Saturn, the planet Saturn, or the Capricorn in some sort of the way. I'm trying to look a bit like Venus in Capricorn right now, and I have to tell you that Venus in Capricorn is the lady who's not so young. As she gets older, she gets better, and she has great manners, great social ties, she knows everyone, and she's very powerful, and she's very elegant. Probably you know those types of ladies when you look at the wives of politicians and women who are involved in the business of a high level and so on. Her hair is black. If she doesn't have a black hair, then she has a gray hair, and so on. The colors on her are very simple and very clear in their let's not say in their natural shades, but the colors are as they should be. The red is red, the black is black, the gray is gray, and that's about it about the choice of colors she will wear. At the same time, Venus in Capricorn, and the Capricorn by itself, and the relationship between Saturn and Venus represents gold, silver, precious metals, especially diamonds. I love my diamond, small diamond, but it's not for underestimating. I will get another one, bigger one, but I love this one. This is my first one. And this is for the planet Venus. The planet Mercury in Capricorn is very. Uh, this planet doesn't show its capability in Capricorn so openly because this is someone who doesn't like to talk so much. It's a person who loves to think more and to make some sort of a strategy. Capricorn Mercury it could be a bit slow when they are in their younger age. However, later on in their lives, they become great engineering minds and great strategists. At the same time, they could be very ruthless people ruling the trading markets, successful people. Any planet in Capricorn will be at some point immature, but in time it will gain strength and everything will be fine. As far as let's say we had Mercury, we had Venus, now we have Mars. Mars is great in Capricorn. This is the natural place for Mars, where Mars is in its strongest. And this is the strongest place in whole zodiac for the planet Mars. Those Marses are all those naturally strong and ruthless people who live on the mountains, who carry wooden logs and so on. They are mountain soldiers. They can be horrible killers, revengers, and so on. In the peaceful times, this Mars is phenomenally great for construction engineering, mechanics, and so on. And Venus, Mars, Mercury, Jupiter in Capricorn doesn't feel right. This is not the place for it, but in time it brings the later victory. He comes to enlightenment and his ideas slowly start to work. When Jupiter is in the sign of I'm checking does this camera works because we are still in the retrograde Mercury period and I had nervous breakdowns a few times before trying to record this. But however, it seems to work right now. Okay, Jupiter is brought to his knees in the sign of Capricorn, and this especially goes for Vedic astrology. However, in time, later victory is assured for this kind of Jupiter because after so many times of trial and betrayal and so on, his ideas will come to life and he will get his promotion and so on. He will get his right place in the society. Uh, I told you about the Saturn. Saturn in Capricorn is like the monk at the top of the mountain. He loves to be lonely and he's the most powerful man in the world. Power is his key. Those people love to live in old houses, in isolated houses with the marble floors, with dungeons, and in the basement, and they could keep a dragon there also, crypts with the bones of ancestors and so on. Those people love to eat plain peasant food, which ensures the longevity, like root vegetables, like plain meats, goat's meats, and so on. They could also love food which is burnt a bit. They are more hungry than their stomachs are full, but this ensures them longevity, and those are those tall, dark people with a prominent nose, just like mine, this one. And as I said, the power is their key. Uranus brings all sorts of messy situation when it comes to the sign of Capricorn. First of all, this has to do with the earthquakes, with moving mountains. As we can say, when mountain starts to move, then you will realize how dangerous this is. And in the sign of Capricorn especially, it brings all sorts of turnarounds in the tradings, in the marketing, in the global markets, in banking system, governments, and so on. And I forgot to tell you that right now, during the time of Saturn in the sign of Capricorn, we will witness many governmental changes all over the world. But this is the theme for entirely different video. I will do a special video about the Saturn staying in the sign of Capricorn in the next 2.5 until 3 years. 2019 will be very challenging year for this whole planet, and I will do that separately because it needs to be done separately. However, right now, let's continue further. The planet Neptune. Neptune is a fog illusion, and in the sign of Capricorn, it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel appreciated. In the sign of Capricorn, it can show its most how can I put it, the ugliest face Neptune has. This can be related to drug abuse, chemical abuse, pesticides, herbicides, and I think many bad things that are happening in the chemical industry right now in agriculture started when Neptune were placed in the sign of Capricorn by the early 90s. And beside addictions, it can only point to some strange illnesses in the bones, and on the better side, this can mean some significant breakthroughs in higher mathematics or in medical fields, but medical fields which uses high-tech technology and so on. And the planet Pluto in Capricorn talks a lot about total destruction and total regeneration, and we will witness that during the next few years when Saturn meets with Pluto. We are witnessing Pluto stay in the sign of Capricorn from 2007, and we all had to go through significant changes. You could want that or not, but you all had to face some very demanding situations and challenges throughout those past, I don't know, 10 years. Sun is in Capricorn, is very serious sun. This is a businessman. This is someone who is a well-established, powerful man, someone who knows what he wants. He doesn't want to waste time. And I should also say at this point that Saturn is time, and the sign of Capricorn represents this concept of time. We have this concept in Hindu religion as Kalabhairava time, where it is portrayed as a dog, which represents time, and it's said that you can lose everything about your time, and you should remember that time is not money. You can have your money, you can lose your money, and you can regain your money again. But once you lose your time, you have lost everything. So use this day of the planet Saturn in Capricorn to take care about your time, to use your time in a useful manner, and to use it for your benefit and benefiting others and so on. Don't just sit and wait for something to happen. Don't just sit in a desperation, because many people will do that right now. No, 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 no. You have to take action, and no one will help you if you don't help yourself first. And I forgot to tell you, Moon in Capricorn, this is not the right place for Moon to be, because this kind of Moon can bring a person emotion of fear, some scarcity. Person can be afraid about everything in life. This person can appear to be cold, but this person isn't cold. This person is just afraid. This can also signify some troubles related to your mother or motherly figure or your home. Or even the heating problems in your home. You could never get warm because you have moon in the Capricorn, or you have Capricorn as your fourth house in horoscope, and so on. So, to put it short, right now we have Venus and Saturn and Sun and Moon, and Mercury is about to come into the sign of Capricorn after them. It will happen in 2 weeks from now. Right now, this Venus and Saturn and Sun are making uh, some sort of a social gathering, a party of high importance, and many powerful people will gather there. If you want to imagine this, you can imagine the gathering in Davos, which is happening every winter, which is the symbol of the Capricorn. And when 1,700 planes are waiting for landing permits in Davos just to be in the newest economic predictions and directions which will be made in Davos, then you should be aware that Saturn is there. When balls are made, special parties, when waltzing is involved, when people know how to dance, well, when people know how to use 17 forks and spoons by their on their table for dinner and so on, when manners are good, when very dangerous things are spoken, but in very nice and stylish manner. Saturn is there. This is the sign of Capricorn. And if you haven't seen by now the video clip for Shirley Bassey singing "Get This Party Started," this is Saturn in Capricorn from beginning to the end, because the color is black. Raven is there, there are some skeletons, and there are ladies dressed in black waltzing and having a merry time, but in very odd way. So enjoy this Saturn, learn something new, learn how to behave, learn to be mature, learn to be powerful, and learn to use your time wisely, because everything will pass, and you have to leave something significant and valuable behind you for your children or for your whole community. It doesn't matter, so please use this time wisely and use this Saturn wisely. Love you all. This was your astrologer Kira. Please subscribe to my channel, do comment, I love to read your comments. You can schedule a meeting for me where I could do a reading in half an hour or even an hour. I can tell you a whole lot about you, your past, present, or your future, some issues that are bothering you and how to solve them in the best way. So this could be it for now, and we'll see each other with the weekly forecast. Love you all. Bye.